Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like it doesn't matter.
Okay.
None of this matters.
Why don't you take another pick that doesn't matter?
Okay. I'll go with the shit. Looking back at the slate. Yeah, BetMGM has made betting easy and seamless all season long. I just make it hard on my end. Hopefully, you have been able to pick up some plays from us to use on the BetMGM app. If you haven't signed up for BetMGM yet, use bonus code GREENLIGHT to get up to a $1,500 first bet offer on your first wager with BetMGM. And just a reminder, BetMGM's got your back with a second chance promotion. All season long, BetMGM is offering you a second chance on your first touchdown bet. When you place a wager on a first touchdown scorer bet and he doesn't score first but scores second, BetMGM will return 100% of your stake back in cash. Be sure to take advantage of this offer. And remember, use bonus code GREENLIGHT when you sign up to get a $1,500 first bet offer on your first wager with BetMGM. Happy hunting.
Steve, welcome to the show. What's something that's really pretty up top and really ugly down below? Because Steve has an excellent hat and just a disgusting
shirt.
MARYLAND
Just gross.
pullover.
Really gross, Steve. Steve, how was your week?
I don't know what the week was. Like, days are just going into days.
Yeah.
Feel like the same.
That's how it goes.
Wake up, don't know where you are.
By day.
Different city.
Steve, I
will say this.
Let him.
Right.
Columbus
Jesus Christ.
Columbus and South Bend were colder than Lambeau, which I was not expecting.
Yeah, well, Lambeau was a balmy 44 at kick.
And it went way below 44 after that.
Did it get cold?
Yeah, it was post game at 12:30 on the field when no one's in sight. It was
looked like it got cold for those Saints tacklers.
Yeah, I don't know if they could do it.
This is a week that we're
dreading.
I don't know. Steve hasn't said anything while we've been over here mumbling about this slate.
A lot of grievances.
Well, grievances for sure.
3 fewer games for one because we're playing NFL games on every day of the week. That doesn't help.
No.
And you think you can ID the teams that are playing for something, and yet the teams that play for something tend to underperform.
No question. I've been bit twice by this snake. Once in Dallas and once in Chicago last night. 4-point favorites on the road, playing for something. Other teams packed it in. Surprise, motherfucker.
Is anybody on the mic back there? Do we want to recap what took place last week?
Yeah. Macon, congratulations. You went 4-1.
Thank you.
3-2 for the other two fellas.
Oh, nice job, guys.
Do you want to do the season standings?
Yeah, why don't we do the season standings?
Do that as we do.
Season standings, Chris, 29-1. He is at 63.3%. Steve, 44-34-2. 56.4%, and Macon 41-35-4, 53.9.
Uh-oh, Steve, I'm on your ass. Steve.
So what? We're how many games above 500 as a group?
6-21 is 37.
Now it's time. Now it's time to fade us.
Yep.
Oh, you think?
Just this week, maybe.
Okay.
I know it's not what you're supposed to do on a gambling show, but I like to be honest with the people. Maybe put half a unit on what I tell you to bet this week.
Yeah. Or if we all go 0-15, we're still 22 games above 500 on the year.
Yeah, and it ain't going to happen.
You're welcome.
So where do we start?
Maybe with Steve's facial hair. Have you ever seen Steve with stubble? He looks like a handsome devil. He can't stop from touching it either.
He's got stubble right now?
Yeah. Show us. Move your face around a little bit. Yeah, it's on there.
Damn, Steve.
Yeah.
3 days without shaving. We're good.
Look at that.
Love it.
Wow.
Mountain man.
Wow, Steve.
Yeah.
All right. Who picks first?
Macon.
Oh, shit.
There we go.
Steve, then Chris.
Talk about grievances.
I will take.
Hold on a minute, player.
I will take.
You couldn't possibly take a pick that would make me mad.
There's
I mean, the
three.
thing about all my picks, they're all going to be here. So
Yeah,
it really doesn't matter.
Just do it.
Jacksonville Jaguars at home.
God, that's so gross.
-1 point against the Tennessee Titans.
Oh, that's hideous. That's hideous.
Yeah.
All right, Steve.
But Mac Jones, he completes
He completeth.
those 3 and 4 and 5 yard passes.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Commanders.
fuck. Well,
Damn,
that's the one
dude.
I didn't want to still be there. I think that's the right pick.
Okay.
I like that.
I'll take the Falcons.
Woo!
And I'm not doing that because I'm going anti-Steve.
Yeah, you are.
Steve,
Yeah, you are.
let's talk. No,
Yeah, you are.
he knows this in show 1. I said I think the Falcons cover.
Yeah.
I really doesn't it have all the makings of the Falcons covering?
I don't know what the hell a Sunday night game at Northwest Stadium in Landover, Maryland's going to be, man. It's been a long time, but I just feel like it's a time for the Commanders.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like it doesn't matter.
Okay.
None of this matters.
Why don't you take another pick that doesn't matter?
Okay. I'll go with the shit. Looking back at the slate.
Shit.
I know one you like.
I definitely like this one. I go
He's gonna pick this. Watch this. He's gonna pick that right there.
what is he like? The magician that goes to all the fucking
I'm Oz the
facilities and
Mentalist, yeah.
oh, look at this.
Making
This
your brain melt.
You know what? I will. This ain't gonna be this. It's not gonna be here long. Cleveland, Miami under 39.
What'd I tell you? What'd I tell you? That's a good pick there, Chris.
I appreciate it.
I heard
It's gonna be raining cats and dogs.
Look at that dog. I have an under right there.
Yeah, raining cats and dogs.
Yeah.
I just heard some people talking that Chris doesn't think Sam Darnold could play in weather. So
don't start these
the
rumors.
game's inside. So Chris is off the hook. Give me the Vikings.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me the Green Bay Packers.
Oh fuck!
Jesus Christ.
That's where I thought you were
No,
going.
I know.
And give me
I didn't think anybody was going there. So
the New Orleans Saints at home +1 point against the Las Vegas Raiders. The crowd goes wild. Can anyone hear me right now?
no,
Saints.
This is how I feel sometimes.
Maybe Kingston is essential to this
+1.
show. I'm just kidding. That was clearly a joke.
Are Saturday games on the table?
On the table.
I'll take Bengals team total under.
Like it, Steve. Like it.
26.5.
Okay.
Perfect.
Typically, when Kingston does this, I can see what everyone's picking. You know, there's like some scrolling up and scrolling down.
I wasn't sure if you wanted the lines or the
Like he goes
What
up
is
and
wrong
down
with
while
Reed's
we're doing
voice?
He's hungover.
He turned 31 yesterday.
Did he never drink before?
It had been a while. Been a
Uh,
little while.
Come on. Come on, Reed.
Reed,
Who gets hung over?
December 26th, you know, Jesus, December 25th, died at what, 33?
yeah.
So
So
look out.
Just crucified the vibe in here. Golly. Fucking Pontius Pilate over here, the show quality. Okay.
Who's up?
Chris is up.
Oh, good. All right. This feels like passing a kidney stone. But I'll give you the New York Giants catching 7.5.
Uh-oh.
great pick.
Trying to lose.
Not by much.
Okay.
They got a little runway there.
That's a lot of points against maybe Anthony Richardson.
No, it's not going to be.
Oh.
Okay, I need a total and a wild card. Total and a wild card. Total and a wild card. Here we go. I'll take the Philadelphia under 38. And Eagles and Cowboys there. They're going to combine to not score 38.
Under in Chargers Patriots.
42.5. Okay. All
Dude,
right.
I have just made a mess of it. Just a mess of it.
Hope you're not talking about your draws.
2 totals. Macon.
No.
I'm going to go under in Cincinnati. Broncos, Bengals. Tennessee and Jacksonville just played and combined for 16 points.
That's right. You got to feel like it's going to go over.
Could go way over.
That's what I'm thinking.
Now, the question for me is, do I do that?
That's a good question. That's the question at hand.
I had that Philly under, had that Cleveland under. Okay. I'm going to Sunday night, guys. Give me the under in Landover, Falcons and Commanders, 47.5. Thank you. There could be ponding on the roads where you live, Steve. Watch out.
Okay.
Watch out. Watch out.
Under Jets Bills.
All right.
Weather will not be a factor anywhere, I don't think, this week.
No, I think it's going to be nice and
Crazy.
warm, except for in Cleveland. Where it's going to be raining cats and dogs.
Or potentially Hyattsville, Maryland, home of Northwest Stadium.
That's right.
Wild card to you, Chris.
Oh, a wild card. I'm just looking at somebody's injury report here. And
I thought you wanted to take the Chargers player.
No. I'm taking the New England Patriots Saturday.
I kind
Love
of
them.
did.
Love
I
them.
talked you into that?
No.
Yeah.
No. Little mental warfare.
HPs.
No, I
We're
think
on
the
our
Chargers
HPs.
win. I think the Patriots cover.
Okay, I do
Yeah.
too.
Macon HP.
Golly day, I took 3 1-pointers, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll take mine with the Commanders.
God, this is just hideous.
It's going to be awesome.
Oh boy.
This is so gross. 0-5 puts me where?
You're fine.
Yeah.
You'd be fine. You have won the competition.
Thank you.
Let me, Cowboy, open the door to a 1-point Packer loss. Give me 1.5. Packers plus 1.5. Thank you.
And Chris?
I'm gonna take the Pats to. No, I'm not.
Go Falcons. You guys can both win.
Yeah, Falcons would be great.
4 points.
Falcons, please.
Boom.
Look at that.
It's 20-16.
2016.
Final from Raljon, Maryland.
What's up, Greenlight fans? It's your boy, Dr. Fax, and I want to talk to you about Airbnb. Me and the Greenlight crew, a few years ago, we stayed at Airbnb for the Super Bowl in Arizona, and it was absolutely immaculate. It had a huge cactus in the backyard, had a pool, had enough room for everybody, way better than a hotel. And then recently, just purchased a house with my girl, and we found out that we can be hosts. And your house might be worth more than you think, and you can find out at airbnb.com/host.
Steve, what else, man, besides 15 picks that you probably don't want to put the mortgage on?
Well, Chris, let's talk to Steve about this college football playoff.
That's right.
Steve, we had some lopsided contests, okay, over the weekend. And now I see spreads of 13 points, 11 points,
Yep.
and then 2 under field goal. Oregon, Ohio State, and Georgia, Notre Dame. What's the best game on the slate for the upcoming weekend?
Say somebody needed a winner.
Well, the problem is with the seeding, we have 2 double-digit spreads again because of the seeding. And that was the problem when people saw Boise and Arizona State got the buys, and this is the fallout of that. Now you have 2 inferior opponents. getting double digits. I mean, think about it. Would you say Penn State is right now?
11.
Yeah, I mean, they were given 9 at home to SMU, and now they're giving more points in a neutral site, in a quarterfinal. Ohio State, Oregon has all the juice. It's a rematch. It was 32-31. Will Howard, I was at the game. There wasn't 1 second during that game where I thought Ohio State was going to lose until he took a knee 2 yards too late, and there was no time left on the clock. Ohio State looked as good as anybody in the country in their game where they played. It's amazing the last time out how bad they were against Michigan and how good they looked against Tennessee, who's a good team. Sense of urgency was ratcheted up. The defense played out of their minds. I still think Oregon has the goods to give it to them because they could throw the ball consistently. You got to be able to throw the ball against Ohio State. I think these teams are, all have some issues. Oregon is the same deal. You got to have some balance. And you look at, Texas, you got to be able to throw the ball. That's why Arizona State's such a big underdog because they can't. But Ohio State and Oregon will be the best game. Notre Dame, Georgia will be the toughest. You got to be able to throw the ball against Georgia. I don't think Notre Dame could do that. Notre Dame's going to be what they are, running the ball with their quarterback. I thought it's a big injury, losing their best defensive lineman that was healthy. And, to knock Georgia out, you got to go 60 minutes blow for blow. And Notre Dame's going to have to prove that. That's why I still side with Georgia.
Would Penn State be favored against Notre Dame or Georgia?
No. I believe it was.
Do we have look-ahead lines?
Yes.
What's the total in a Penn State Notre Dame game?
I mean, the Knits might be going to the national championship game.
Georgia would be 2.5 over Penn State. Penn State would be plus 1.5 against Notre Dame.
Huh. Okay.
I really like what Penn State's brought to the table before the season happened or the playoff happened with the bracket. I had Oregon playing Penn State. So I just like the matchups they got. Obviously, people made a big deal of their road against compared to what Oregon has and who they lost to in the Big Ten title game. But I do agree with Lanning when he said, we got to play Ohio State, I'd rather be the first game. We're off a bye. It's as healthy as we'll be in the whole playoff. They just played a game. It's a neutral site. And, I could see where he's coming from with that. Ohio State being favored tells you a lot what the boys in the desert think. I think it'll be just as good as a game as it was the first time.
When would James Franklin get credit for winning a big game? Would it be the next one in the Orange Bowl?
Yes.
Who has a better shot of winning their double-digit underdog ball game? Boise against Penn State or Arizona State against Texas?
I would think Arizona State.
I'm kind of into Arizona State.
Yeah,
I
really am.
Yeah, the problem is I don't think they're going to be able to slow down Texas's offense, Chris. If they could dictate things offensively, and Scottaboo doesn't break all these long runs and they keep the ball away from Texas, that's their first thing. But they lost their best receiver at the end of the season, who was, Big 12 newcomer of the year and was really good. And Levitt's gotten better and better. I just don't think – Texas defense is real. And you got to have multiple guys to catch the football. And Arizona State doesn't have that. But how creative can they get in the run game? It's tough to run the ball against Texas. We'll see. But out of those two, I would definitely side with Arizona State over Boise.
If you could design overtime in college football,
God.
How would
he doesn't like it either?
How would you do so? I would hope not.
The 2-point thing is brutal. I've watched every second of every bowl game. It's not even football. And
you get a timeout. You see how it's lined up, and every coach calls a timeout.
Do you think the NFL overtime's better?
No,
it's actually football.
No. I would just side on putting the ball right outside of field goal. Like, what if we just got the ball to 50?
At the 50, that's interesting, especially with college kickers.
Yeah. NFL, I don't know what they're.
So you're talking about get the ball at the 50, you have a shot.
No clock.
The next team has a shot.
Yes.
To answer.
Yeah.
Now, what happens if they both score touchdowns? Are you going to do the same thing over and over again?
Do it again.
Wow.
Yeah. Probably doesn't last more than 2.
You would think not. Yeah.
Maybe the 40.
I mean, the success rate of 2-point plays made in the Hawaii Bowl and the bowl game yesterday was
Crazy.
insane.
Yeah.
And Pitt gets a penalty at the end of regulation, has the ball at the 1, and they still.
How does he not go for that?
I don't know, but he's done that forever. There was a game he had at Penn State on the ropes years back, and he decided to kick a field goal. It's
3 hours later.
Yeah, it's bad, man. It's because these games have been great. They really have been, and then you got to sell it as a 6 overtime game. It's not 6 overtimes. It's plays from 3 yards out. It's not football.
No, yeah.
It's not even 10-yard fight.
But it does draw the it draws the ads out. Yeah, you get a lot more commercials. You really are.
We don't break after every one.
No,
It
but
felt like
coaches
there were a lot
call
of breaks.
timeout, so
The timeouts.
it's even worse. You're sitting there looking at huddles. And Toledo rushed the field twice yesterday, thinking they won.
But I bet you college football thinks longer game is better. Like every once in a while, it's really cool to have like a 6 overtime game.
Yeah, just look at the windows now they have for the bowl games. We still run with issues with the Rose Bowl running into the Sugar Bowl. And now what do we set up for New Year's Day? We are looking at
1 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 8:45.
There you go. And last year, Michigan, Alabama goes to overtime in the Rose Bowl, and the other game, the Sugar Bowl, has to start.
Jeez.
Where are you going to be, Steve?
I am going to the Rose Bowl. We will have College
Rose
Game
Bowl.
Day, New Year's Day morning. I will be on the Rose Bowl 25 years after I played my last football game, celebrating my 48th birthday.
Wow. Steve.
Happy early birthday, Steve.
You got all that?
So you must be quite a bit older than Algie Crumpler. Is that right?
Oh, Jesus.
What would you say that you guys crossed over?
23 in my last game. Y2K. We all thought
Y2K.
we all went to bed not knowing what was going to happen in the middle
Did
of
you
Los
college
Angeles.
students think you were gonna because we were pretty upset about that.
Yeah, it was all up in the air.
Middle schoolers and
Yeah.
were you worried about it?
We didn't know what to think. We were at the
Yeah.
Beverly Hills Hilton, and we're like, yeah, hopefully the alarm clocks work and we get up because we got a game to play.
Did you guys win or lose?
We got
Hopefully
beat.
the alarm clocks work. They had alarm clocks, like
Yeah.
legit.
I bought my
Alarm
first
clock.
cell phone with my per diem left over from the Rose Bowl.
Oh, that's so incredible. What kind of phone was it?
AT&T Little Sanyo had a blue screen. Had the antenna you pulled
T9
up.
T9 word texting.
No,
Do you
no
text?
text. I didn't text
Oh, my
until
God.
2004.
I still don't text.
Steve, your birthday's Jan 1. Is this right?
Yes.
How has that affected your life, would you say?
I've gotten a lot less presents.
Yeah. Can you imagine Cowboy Reed, December 26th?
No, that's brutal. How about
But
LeBron?
did you-
LeBron December 30th, like in the middle of New Year's Eve and Christmas.
But if you had a
so
bunch
his
of-
birthday
Tiger?
gets trampled and the NBA gets trampled on Christmas. Fucking unbelievable.
Steve, a lot of hungover birthdays for you in your life?
Oh yeah, I don't get hungover
That's
anymore
a
though.
tough one.
That's a tough one.
No more hangover.
Yeah, tough one. Steve, thanks for coming on.
Hey, you guys
Would-
enjoy it.
Would a hold on, Steve?
Yeah.
Would a producer or director, one of these types, if you showed up on 1-1 still not shaven, would somebody pull you to the side and be like, "Hey, man"?
I would do that to myself. My facial hair is horrendous. There's like 4 different colors. I got some
What are the four?
What would those colors be?
red, gray, brown,
Black, brown,
and white.
white.
We'd like to see that, Steve.
No.
The people would like to see
It's
that.
bad.
Can you grow a beard and just ferment it? Dye it?
Well,
Like
No,
jet
because
black.
it's not even on. It's,
Chris, if
it's
this
terrible.
is 3 days and we can't even see it.
I've
it's gonna be
tried.
green. Yeah.
I've tried and it's awful.
That's tough,
He's
man.
48. It's never going to happen for
That's
him.
never gonna happen.
Can
No.
you believe
That's
that?
crazy.
It is
Yikes.
bad.
How about for you?
I can't even
Never
get
gonna happen.
sideburns like Macon.
Actually, there was that COVID beard. Did
Oh,
you have
your
a COVID
beard was
beard?
great.
No,
God.
Macon had a really
we still
solid
worked
COVID
during
beard.
COVID.
Oh,
We were still
yeah.
on TV.
No, we worked. It's just nobody was watching our show at that point.
Yeah,
So you could just kind of look however you wanted.
Hey,
Now it's a TV show, full blown.
say Say what's up to Kenley for us.
Will
Yeah,
do.
say what's up.
We'll do.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. And tell Scott Van Pelt hi.
Okay.
Hey, see you next year, Steve.